gentlemen, we are here for another Sony State of Play, which has absolutely not been leaked to high heaven beforehand, we swear.
Come up, Bloodborne!
Someone needs Monster Hunter Wilds. We start.
Of course.
Someone needs what's his name? I keep forgetting. The guy with the super glue. You know, in order to fix these leaks.
I thought you were going to say they need
that flex tape. There we go.
Yeah.
We need some flex tape for this State of Play.
Flex tape. Yeah, flex tape.
And here I thought you were going to say that they need...
said sex tape.
And here I thought you were going...
What the hell are you watching?
And here I thought you were going to say that they need a plumber.
Honestly, with a lot of thank you, I needed one of the monsters farting in my face in this trailer.
That
also there's
was an essential feature to show that monsters have flatulence, as we learned from RDJ's Doolittle movie.
That's next gen farts, tale.
Look at all you
from Metal Gear Peace Walker.
$1 million went into that one in particular.
So, I'm hearing that the game hasn't been running well for a lot of people on PC.
That's mostly the purpose of a beta testing, you know, to see if the players can actually, you know, run it well and, you know, properly adjust the game for release.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a beta test. That's kind of the whole point of a beta test, to find bugs and polish things.
Now, if they release the game properly like that, then there'd be an issue.
Oh,
again, we'll have to see if that persists in the release or not.
Wow, do we have a more involved story this time?
Yeah, so they did showcase in the first trailer. Again, they started with World, but with each passing game, they started progressively having more and more plot focus, especially because the games became more and more famous.
I wonder if they're gearing it up so that eventually whatever player reps that they choose can probably participate in other Capcom crossovers without people complaining about a lack of lore behind them.
Mitsutsu, one of the Elder Dragons.
Lately, I've been imagining, you know, series from the same company crossing over, whether it makes any sense or not. And I'm just imagining Monster Hunter being a sequel to Ace Attorney now for some reason.
Okay, that's the funny thing. According to
the Dark Age of the Lore went down pretty badly.
That's the ironic thing, Dwibs. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 kind of implies that all the Capcom series take place in the universe.
Which is very, very weird because like in many cases, some of the games' timelines are not very compatible with each other.
Especially if we add in Resident Evil.
Like, Marvel Infinite made a bit more sense because it's literally a mashing of words. So something becoming chaotic jumble, which also justifies something like the far future of Mega Man X and Strider to coexist with the past makes more sense.
But nope, according to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, while time was okay, just like every Marvel series takes place in the same universe every Capcom one does.
This guy, the creative director, if I recall correctly, of Monster Hunter Wilds, just told us what the trailer told us. You know, pre-order bonus, buy our game.
Also, I love that. Let us show you the time of the show you're watching.
Is it Sonic? Is it Sonic? No, it's Shinobi!
Shinobi, awesome.
Finally!
The first of the four,
and it's
5 IP revivals that it teased more than a year ago.
No, they just said it's from the developers of Crystal Rage 4 Glyphs. So,
hey, it was it'd be nice. They did show this during the Sega Revival thing at the Game Awards, like it was teased.
So, what, does this make this the first console 2D game, Shinobi game, since Shinobi X/Legion/Shinobi?
Pretty much, because I think even the 3DS title was a 3D game, so yeah. But this is the first major Shinobi game since the 3DS game, which means a lot.
Hey, now this means Shinobi can potentially show up in Project Cross Zone 3.
I forgot, is this a complete new character or is it still Joe?
It's still Joe.
It's still him.
Because Shinobi X didn't have Joe, it had another guy.
And of course the PS2 game had Hatsuma.
Oh wow, that's really
August 29.
Huh, that's soon. Hey, I'm going to start e-begging for money.
Oh snap! Is this the Sonic racing game?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There it is.
Huh. I can't believe it's not that. It looks like Mario Kart Stadium.
Wait.
Also, I think I saw the wolf character from the comic. Actually.
Whisper. Wait.
It was in the shop. I think she was in the shop with Eggman.
I saw Sage, but
Do we know who's developing it?
That's cool.
Also,
oh, maybe that was there instead. My bad.
So you can go to different worlds.
oh my
with
god!
different
Yeah,
Wait. Is that Dino Jungle from Sonic and the Secret Rings?
yep.
Yeah,
Who is gonna in fact rock the place? Please.
Yes!
Oh, God.
And yes, there we have Extreme Gear back and the transformation
Oh,
mechanic.
There was the afterburner jet thing.
No,
Yeah,
it's the XA2 stage.
Hey, Pirate Storm!
Because I heard the
Pirates
remix.
from which this is.
That's also Sonic and the
Secret
Secret
Rings.
Rings.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Rings. Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the title, Crosswords, so I get the idea the gimmick will be the track is segmented in different places.
If they have a story mode, it'll be like what Black Doom was like with Magical Highway. The main villain of this story will be like,
Oh, there
I
is
just
Jet,
love Sonic
yeah.
and the Secret Rings.
Sorry, what was
Sonic
that, Marco?
Racing Crosswords.
I thought I saw Jet.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
Jet.
Jet.
No.
Yeah, Jet is.
Sign
there.
up for the
Yeah.
Clones Network test on February 21st.
Wait, what the heck?
Well,
Out of stage from Sonic R, you
this is-
cowards.
The
And this
world
is-
ended again.
Damn. And this is the bad
Banco.
ending for the game.
Hold on.
What?
Is this?
What?
Is this a game where everyone talks like this?
Oh, is this Connect
Oh,
Nexus 2?
No, it's I won't say because it got leaked.
Oh, Dejimon, okay. Dejimon
Alright,
story.
yeah, that also got
Time,
leaked.
The new
Time
story?
Busters, whatever it's called.
Yes. All right. Cool.
So is it in English this time?
Well, the language we're using is the.
The trailer is in English right now.
You see, Digimon fans, so
You
you
think
get another crumble once in a while. No,
I mean,
again,
there has just been the re-release of the movies.
Oh no, I get that. When I'm talking about games, I know even if I haven't played them myself, I know being a Digimon game fan is kind of being painful because again you have to suffer for a lot of releases that gets very distant, and Bandai really doesn't like you.
God damn.
Plus, you can count the number of good games
Nice.
on one hand.
That's up more to the fans. I can say I don't think I can say much on the matter. I don't know enough.
That's not
Next
2025.
this year, PS5,
Okay,
probably
okay.
on PC too.
Good show so far.
Young Bing, the creator.
Oh,
those-
Suicide. There you
Okay,
go.
for those who don't know, yeah, this has been in development for 10 years from a Chinese team, specifically financed by PlayStation in order to raise some development team in China. So, and this is one of their fruits. So.
同时与有趣的角色互动，逐步揭开精彩的故事。
If I recall correctly, this would be more, an action game style, similar to classic Devil May Cry.
Alright, China Hero Project.
Yeah, that was the initiative that PlayStation had 10 years ago.
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
At this point, it would be a novelty if that doesn't happen.
I thought the dream was gonna be something more mundane.
Oh
And yeah,
my god,
one
I
of-
can't
it's not
believe
Naughty,
it's
not-
it's
it's not
scale
Naughty.
bound.
No. And yeah, one of the things is that the protagonist's default outfit is kind of like Hobo smoking. It's kind of like, Noctis if it was even more elegant.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought he meant smoking as in he smokes cigars. Or...
That's the term that we use for the business suit lives.
Okay.
Yeah, again, I saw already what the other trailers showcase, and this looks promising enough. Keep an eye on it. I think it's also coming to PC very soon anyway, not just on
Yeah.
PS5, so
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
Wow, I can't believe they finally
excitement,
made Final Fantasy Versus 13 a thing.
Is it too soon? Oh, no,
This is the
too
Chinese
late.
bootleg of Versus 13.
No. Well, we already have a bootleg versus 13. It's called Renatus, and it sucks.
Also, we also have
I genuinely thought you were going to say that one.
There you go, PS5 and PC at the same time on May 30.
There you
Hi
go.
everyone, I'm Sean Benson. We've got several updates
From
today.
Forspoken, that's what I was
So can we see a new trailer for Baby Steps? Because I want to see that.
First, Pirate.
First up, a playable demo
Hey!
Yeah, Pirate
Like
Yakuza
a dragon.
Hawaii.
PS5 this Friday.
It's him, everyone. It's Goro Meningitis. We found him.
Beautiful. And he has found the One Piece.
Great.
Like, no joke. If it turns out at the end of One Piece...
So can we know what the... Oh, yeah, crossover with Dave the Diver. That's cool. Dave the Diver is having so many crossovers.
My favorite indie game.
Not even small ones.
Silence.
So are we also getting to know what the PlayStation Classics games of this month are? Why not?
Obviously 3D.
22. Hey,
I
Portal.
think that's the
You be quiet too.
that's the VR title, Jova. We saw the trailer in a previous.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're talking to Jova. If we were talking to me, it's like Bubsy 3D's getting a VR game. As if the game didn't look ugly enough.
Oh,
there you are, WWE 2K25.
I thought you were going to say, there we are, Bubsy 3D.
Paul Heyman.
Oh no, this part is getting copyrighted just because it's fair.
What are you doing here, Paul?
He's
Paul
Roman Reigns'
Heyman.
manager.
So he's here to salute his tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, I get it, UK. You were jealous of what Street Fighter 6 with his hub.
Yeah, no,
You
this
don't have
is...
to be this blatant.
Yeah, no, this is literally, we have Street Fighter 6 at home. Holy cow.
Hey,
Okay,
who
to be
cares?
fair,
As long as it's good.
There are other things they're adding as well. They're adding intergender matches. They're expanding the referee mode to more games. So I've got some ideas for a potential commentary in the future.
Potential.
Yeah, like handicap matches. Okay, maybe.
Wow, you know, I will say it's kind of amazing seeing the industry suddenly have this weird pivot. What they realize, guys, there might actually be a market in single-player content. Imagine that.
Next.
Oh,
Wow, whatever could have given them that
and
idea.
just like that, Randy Pitchford and his grease deflates everything.
Mother hubber.
Fuck this guy.
We're here for you. Are you ready?
What? After such a great movie, you want to spoil us
Oh,
with
Dweebs,
more
you want to tell me?
Borderlands
You want me to
goodness?
tell you some of the stuff that Randy did? I don't mind.
I've heard about it already.
Yeah.
There's a list. God damn it, is there a list? And again,
Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, anytime anything from Randy Pitchford comes up, I'm just gonna plead the fifth.
But I know what you're thinking. Well, okay, he's just, you know, the asshole that's unfortunately attached to the team and everything. The actual games might be, you know, good enough. And on a gameplay level, yeah, like I said, if you like weapon variety, this is basically your Valhalla, because, you know, there's a fuck ton of different, you know, gun variety that you can customize to your heart's content. So there is saying that. But my god, the writing.
oh yeah, like look.
No matter who they hire, any single writer that the Gearbox hires just cannot write for saving their lives.
The general consensus I can get is, like, there's no point paying mind to Borderlands stories after, like, anything involving Handsome Jack, apparently.
And even then, remember, Joba, it was so bad that Handsome Jack's VA went out of script and that pissed off the actual writer, Anthony Birch.
So he actually had to go off script to salvage that, god damn.
Pretty much.
Borderlands 4, state of play for combat, Vault Hunters,
I'm hearing a lot of words,
Also,
but all I'm
Randy,
seeing is bullcrap
delete
coming out
that
of that mouth.
pencil film mustache from your face. My god, it makes you look like a discount Andrew Ryan.
Now don't you see he's trying to compete with Ted? He's trying to compete with Ted Turner on who can create the most big mustache. They'll be there for 100 years.
launches worldwide for everyone
on September 23rd.
Cool. Now fuck off.
We got work to do. See you in spring.
Oh,
Next.
Pedro, this one is for you.
Oh, great.
Hazelight.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's what's it? I forgot the name. Split.
Oh,
Joseph
right, yeah,
Joseph
Joseph
Ferris.
Ferris's.
Yes, Joseph Ferris' new game.
Leave it to
Mio
Jim.
and Zoe. The only thing I haven't been super in is the facial models of these characters. I don't know. I get the idea. One of the reasons why it takes to work very well was that a lot of times you were transporting to Fantastical Land, because I think we did notice that when we cut back to the humans in their real form, their faces are a big question. When I get it, it's still technically an indie team, even if it's making a lot of money and EA is backing them up. So I'm not demanding high fidelity, but I don't know. I think A Way Out did stylize enough of the characters' faces to be more appealing.
Yeah.
But again, the general appeal for this is that, you know, all the weird shit you can do thanks to augmented reality from totally not evil Elon Musk.
Like, considering the previous games, I'm willing to trust the process, despite, you know,
Well,
it may be not looking the most unique.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
this
it
is one
looks
game
super
where, you know,
generic.
again, sure,
right.
again, even if it's might not be the best looking, I can imagine that at least on the gameplay it would be very satisfying anyway.
It's
March
coming
6th, oh,
March
it's actually
6th.
very soon.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, enjoy your game of the year.
Until Dawn in the Quarry. Supergiant.
Supermassive.
Supergiant are the guys that did Bastion,
Supermassive,
my bad.
Yeah.
I
These guys
love...
haven't made a good game since Until Dawn, so I'm not entirely certain why.
Until Dawn is, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
The movie's coming out this year.
Well, okay, I will say this, Marco. I will take Until Dawn over every single David Cage game for what's worth.
Wait.
Like, I saw a playthrough of it last year, and like, it's goofy. I've seen far worse, you know?
It has the kind of, not charm, but, you know, quality. Or if you're a fan of, you know, slasher movies of the 80s, not necessarily Jason and Freddy, but, you know, stuff like Hillbilly Horror, you know, or stuff or similar stuff, you know, it would be right up your alley.
I keep forgetting Rami Malek's in that game.
Yeah, and also there's Peter Stormare as a psychologist.
And it came out the same year Mr. Robot started.
Yeah, that was usually the moment Rami Malek's career skyrocketed, basically. Anyway, this is sci-fi themed. Let's see what they're gonna pull.
So where I was like, did I just see John Chanel on my screen for a minute? I'll take it as a no.
I don't know, Dej. Directive 8020. October. Oh, well, to be fair, yeah, it's horror theme, so...
it's still part of the Dark Pictures series.
Still going.
So wait. Dark Picture series is still a thing? Oh, I know what it is.
It's an anthology, so the games are not connected with each other, but still.
I legit thought they were done.
Oh,
FNAF.
What?
It's more FNAF.
So, okay, are we going to get
Oh, I see.
Are we going to get a sequel to... Oh, God, what was the latest game?
Security Breach?
Yeah, I wonder.
Well, this feels even more retro, like they're going back in the 80s.
Wait, are we about to see the bites
of 87, by chance?
Is this Waylon Yutani?
I mean, the logic is kind of the same behind that. So
I am quite indifferent to this franchise.
Okay, see a FNAF. I might like it. I can't say I go out of my way to play
Secret of the Mimic. What a chin. That sounds the title of a book spin-off that you write.
Oh, the Mimic!
No, a game about mimics.
Sticker up the Nim.
Greetings from Moonhood. We're the creators of the Midnight Walk.
I think I heard of that.
where you will journey down a nightmarish highway riddled with terrors that want to devour you and your little lantern creature.
Oh, we did saw a trailer of this in a previous stream.
Those are some.
Yeah.
If it's the one I think it is, then yeah.
Those are
It's
some...
the one that simulates, stop motion, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
The burnt one woke from a deep slumber.
Actually, the one I was thinking of is a side scroller, so.
Is this a PSVR game?
I don't know if it's compatible because
if it were, it would say PSVR at the top.
if I recall correctly, it might be both. It has some section in first person, in some others as side scrolling.
I like how this looks, though.
Definitely, we want to be a Tim Burton movie of the 80s.
I was gonna say, those are some nice Tim Burton models you guys are playing with.
Kind of similar to what Little Nightmares, has been.
At what point does Tim Burton become an official art style?
Midnight Walk.
It looks very interesting.
With a guy with a pot for a head.
There you go. Yeah, it's optional.
Yeah, it's VR compatible.
It can be optionally played with a VR, yeah, right there.
Very nice.
Special thanks to Klaus and Olaf for that updated look at the Midnight Walk.
So next.
Up next, a quirky new adventure from Konami.
Oh, Darwin's Paradox.
A Konami game about an octopus.
So is this Konami's new IP since years?
Oh my, that's a good point. I don't think we've gotten a new IP from them in quite a while.
I never would have expected a new Konami IP to involve an octopus.
You'll be surprised with one of their flagship, IPs of old is about penguins.
How is an octopus supposed to save the world exactly?
You never played Octodad, haven't you?
Oh, I have.
No, he obviously has not.
Jova, you grew up with Echo the Dolphin.
Okay. I've played Octodad, but to his credit, he's like a humanoid octopus. This one seems like a tiny octopus.
Oh, it's another Muso, but he's stylized this time. It's
Jova,
not
you should know all heroes come in all shapes and sizes.
Fair
Okay,
point.
so I guess it's tied to Warriors Orochi, but it's just kind of its own thing.
And experiment with
16
billion
battle styles.
It's basically a Musou, but he's roguelite, so they're clearly trying to ape up games like Vampire Survivor.
You just know there's going to be a mad individual who tries to get all 16 billion styles.
Onimusha 2.
I won't forgive you.
The remaster that they announced recently.
A PS2 era classic.
So it's one of those fixed camera games.
Yes, Onimusha started, much like a lot of things, as a Resident Evil game that became its own thing.
The Resident Evil engine.
A lot of Capcom IPs, or just we made Resident Evil again.
Well, not so much we made Resident
Honestly,
Evil, but you'd be surprised how many IPs were made from Capcom trying to decide what to do next with Resident Evil.
Devil May Cry was originally meant to be Resident Evil 4. And you can still see the Resident Evil influence in the first game.
Speaking of Onimusha, the actual new game.
Coming next year.
Please don't be a Souls-like. Please don't be a Souls-like.
Yeah, a lot of games released this year, actually. So far, not a single one presented is supposed to release, next year. Also, Dweebs, no, Jean Reno is not in this one.
Then what's the point?
Exactly.
Cancel it.
That's probably gonna be one of the reasons why 3 is gonna take a lot of time to be re-released or potentially altered, because, Jean Reno alone is a lot of royalties.
Miyamoto Musashi. Wow, the Brave Fencer Musashi.
Is this a remake or a new game?
New game. We don't know if it's still a sequel or a reboot, though.
Brave Fencer Musashi really grew up into a really violent man.
This seems to be more slow, but taking the approach of stuff like Sekiro about pairing and counter.
Also, you joked, Libs, but if it's to be believed that the Musashi from Brave Fencer Musashi is the Musashi of Japanese legend, yes, he will go on to shed quite a bit of blood.
Basically, I'm thinking this is basically a more refined way of Assassin's Creed's combat, despite as crude as a term that may sound.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Hey, look at that, an actual Assassin's Creed game that plays like Assassin's Creed, only it's not called Assassin's Creed.
You can just feel the spite in that sentence.
Oh, my bad. Oh no, sorry, protagonist, you say, so wait, now I'm talking, oh right, I'm talking to a gauntlet, and yeah, that's my life now. Next up, hey, there's the new trailer we have never seen before.
Oh, wow, completely new and different.
Completely new trailer that was totally not leaked. Yeah.
And the best thing is, it wasn't even leaked by Konami, it was PlayStation themselves.
I don't look at leaks, what is this?
Metal Gear Solid Triangle.
Oh, okay, now I see the people I know, yes.
Now, I know you will not be able to judge it because it's kind of a split second, Shirei, but from the little I've seen, there is a scene that to showcase the final fight with Volgin, and it seems they might actually be toning down a lot the flashing for his lightning powers, so this might be more up your alley.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the
I would hope so.
I can't wait for the new look cutscene of the end dying of old age.
As for the voice lines, it seems, from what I probably heard, people reaction to the trailer, it seems that it's a combination of a couple new line reads from some of the returning VAs, while keeping a lot of the previous existing ones, especially for characters that had a VA that has retired or passed away.
I think the only problem that would still remain is the fact that, especially for specific games, camouflage is very important. So,
and,
actually finding things in the environment would still be kind of terrible.
If it manages to have an accessibility feature of highlighting stuff, it might be helpful, but I don't think it will.
Yeah.
It's the monkey!
To be fair, the Silent Hill 2 remake did add it, actually, so who knows.
And more.
If this game has it, I might pick it up, because I do enjoy this series.
Everyone is doing something about Ape Escape except making a new game.
If only Japan Studio was still here.
Hey, remember during the 20th anniversary, they made a Twitter account and felt like they were leading up to stuff, and they're like, okay, we're done, bye. They're like, what was the point?
A lot of dead bodies.
It dissolves our illusions and exposes the fragile structure.
This Death Stranding 2 they're showing?
I have 1,000 questions.
Okay, yeah, good news, you can make bridges. Bad news, you have to use people's corpses to do it.
Oh no, okay, I think we saw this also in our previous stream. It's, if I seem to recall, it's something that tries to be similar a bit to the Death Stranding, but it's still war-themed.
Is that the penguin?
Yeah, I seem to remember a lot of the imagery that we didn't noted. I don't remember in what event it was, but I think we've seen this game before.
Yeah, okay, I don't care what his actual name is, I'm just going to call him the penguin.
We've begun to uncover.
It's basically like not necessarily SCP simulator, but something close. A bit like Control, but a bit mixed with I keep forgetting the name. There's an IP that did something. There you go, LEZUS.
This one also leaked.
September 4, close to my birthday. Next,
Happy
new
birthday.
Round. Oh, Liza
P.
Liza P. So
sequel?
yeah, they did mention. No, they did mention that they had a DLC in mind. So I guess we're about to see.
I gotta say, Liza P has gotta be one of the greatest Souls games we've gotten in a while.
I still have an important question to ponder upon. What is the P standing for?
I wonder.
Kitty.
Piss.
Hi.
You know, I gotta say, I know Disney wanted to be ambitious with their Pinocchio remake, but it turned out quite anime.
God, I wish Pinocchio 2022 had this kind of, creativity put into it.
I mean, it's better than the Pauly Shore one.
Instead of, smelling a shit in the street.
Like, I'm probably not going to play a game like this, but everybody looks stylish as fuck.
Don't worry, Shira. It's on the list after we finish on it's for our streams. So we'll eventually get here.
Oh, I was hoping that would actually be for a main commentary one.
Well,
since
you
Liza
can
P
still
seems
join.
to have a more involved
You can still
story.
join those. It's a Souls-like Jova, so it's best enjoying the stream format.
Okay, so I thought Liza P at least had a more focused story, but I'm guessing it still is.
It still does, but it's best enjoyed like that. The fun of games like this is to see someone like me, getting killed multiple times.
I don't know why they were trying to claim that it totally wasn't Souls-like when everyone and their mother was pegging it as Souls-like.
What the hell?
Is it Tetris?
Fucking
a game
bubbles.
by Bion.
Because with the bubble effect, like it's just a
I heard
Tetris
Pixel
effect
Junk
sequel.
before, but I don't remember exactly what they're responsible for. What?
Oh my god, little Nemo
You're in a
got
bubble
weird.
world
Where do you think
wearing
those eyes?
You're in a bubble world with pajamas shooting things.
Ladies and
Look at our
gentlemen,
particle effects.
ladies and gentlemen, the gritty reboot of Little Nemo slumbers in Dreamland.
Pedro, this is a stealth sequel to Sucker Punch.
Oh god.
No creation without
Punch
destruction.
a clown in the face.
Because
What does the clown do?
It's a clown.
Kingdom Hearts?
Clearly.
Wait, is this supposed to be a new Dreams game?
No, it's not from. No, it's not from Media Molecule. Dreams of another. Another who? Coming this year.
Oh, boy, yeah. I've always wanted to play a game where I could shoot people in my dreams.
And punch a clown in the face. Director Q Games, Bion, Director Beast 1. I mean, it is creative in visual, I guess.
Aha.
Oh, but why is he wearing
Use
pajamas?
a weapon to abstract chaos materialize the world around you.
Of course, bullets do that.
I mean, to be fair, I guess if the entire point of the game is to defy the conventions of shooters, mission accomplished. I guess we'll have to see what the end result looks like.
Will this be an amazing new concept or a preachy, gaudy execution?
Let's see. Days Gone Remastered. I forgot that this was a thing that was happening. Or at the very least, I thought it had been already released.
Is there actually people that care about this game? Well, maybe.
Okay, it's
sold 10 million units.
It's
so...
charming enough as as a new IP, or at the very minimal, Marco, it needed to be given a chance. Basically.
All right.
It's even got a perma. Okay, good job I'm not making games, because if I made a permadeath mode in a game, it would be like, okay, you've played it, but if you die, you can never play the game at all again.
You would get sued into the ground for that.
I would make it blatantly obvious on screen. So they can't say, "Oh no, we didn't see this coming."
New DLC is coming to
new DLC for Stellar Blade.
Nice.
Nice.
On a new boss battle, collectible
Haters stay mad. This game is awesome.
Oh, it's a crossover with Nika, Goddess of Victory.
For a moment, I thought they were going to suggest a crossover with Nier Automata.
We already did that,
Another one.
Game catalog
okay,
titles.
let's see. The classic games from this month.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Top Spin, Lost Records.
Wait, Lost Records is coming released on PS Plus?
Two girls ever.
Okay.
Yeah, on the game
For
catalog.
those who don't know, Lost Records is the new Don't Not game made from Raul and Michelle. Yes, the creators of Life is Strange 1 and Life is Strange 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks very Life is Strange. And I'm guessing, oh right, this is the game that looks like it's taking inspiration from Stephen King books.
Yes, this is their first game since Life is Strange 2.
Tape 1. Yeah, I think it's gonna be episodic too.
Horror?
We're also excited to confirm 2 unique indie titles that will launch into game catalog later this year. Explore a mysterious mansion and blueprints, a genre-bending
Nice cell shading.
Every door is a new decision as you build out a sprawling manor.
Oh, so it's stylized a bit like stuff like Mist.
So I could go out of a door and fall to my death.
Blueprints. I'll get this one.
Nice pun.
Abiotic Factor is a 6-player survival crafting game from Playstack and Deep Field Games. Stranded miles beneath the surface, you and a team of scientists must craft ingenious gear and traps to outwit your enemies and make this bizarre underground complex your new home. Abiotic Factor will be available in game catalog when it launches this summer. Now let's get a sneak peek at games coming to the PlayStation Plus Classics.
Alright, let's see classics.
Coming soon are the first 3 Armored Core titles.
Oh, cool!
Ooh!
Finally!
Now Tio's gonna force me to play these games. Well, it was fun, guys!
That's upon 3.
That's because Patapon 1 and 2 was got the remastered treatment.
No one knows how that world came
Wow,
this
game was incredible.
Again.
Is it Bloodborne? Because I see a destroyed London, so that means it's Bloodborne, right?
No, this is instead
Why is it?
This is instead the Order 1886 sequel.
Oh wow, we finally get to see how it all ends.
Why is it London getting destroyed lately?
Eclipse Glow Games.
So yeah, we should show him G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Yeah, I already told him.
Wales, Scotland, and Ireland took up arms against London specifically.
It's a beast having Westminster on its back? What?
Why not, Dwebs?
To pursue one's wishes.
I mean, it's a bit excessive, don't you think? What about all the innocent civilians?
We moved them conveniently.
Yeah, you moved millions and millions of people.
Don't worry, everybody was evacuated to the safe zone. Shadow the Hedgehog style, Whips.
Exactly. I'm in the dark.
They were located to other London. If you know, you know.
No, sure. They were located to underground London from Letting Free.
That's the one I was trying to reference, but it came out weird.
Other way to say Cardiff, because, you know, that's where Doctor Who films everything.
Keeps trying to convince people it's Bristol.
That's what Casualties think.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this seems to be more actionized to be another Souls-like, so it's more akin to Devil May Cry.
But I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is my soul.
Oh no.
Tides of Annihilation. Okay.
And every night I will sing
The
that.
table is dead. It exists no more.
That's a giant sword.
For you.
It turns out
Marathon.
I can't use it. I can't use the giant sword. It's a bit heavy.
This is the Marathon Extraction reboot that Bungie is doing.
Their IP that they had before Halo.
Yeah, which from what I understand, now retroactively, all the IPs that they did for themselves are now technically Sony property. Because, you know, for the Game Awards listing, Destiny 2 is classified as published by Sony now. And we did get Destiny bot in Astrobot.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan.
The thing is that if you had ever seen, if you don't know anything about the Marathon classic games, watch Mandalore Gaming's videos. They are a good summation of just weird, but and yet intricate the story of those is. So I don't know what this new game can add, especially because it's multiplayer focused.
But the path we walk demands the extreme.
I remember you.
Oh, never mind, it's not Marathon. My mistake.
Metal Eden.
Is this Bungie though?
No, it's not them. So ignore everything that I said, basically.
My memory's still a bit blurry.
Build a rocket boy. That's a
And
name.
oh yeah, this is I know about this one actually. Recently, IO Interactive launched this new branch called IOI Part. This is basically like EA Originals.
So support for small teams.
Yeah.
So what are we? Wait, guys, I just realized something. Fair Games is here.
Honestly, I haven't seen really a first-party title. Okay, aside from Days Gone. Days Gone was there, but not one of the major. I thought they were going to talk at least about Ghost of Yotei, since it's about to be not too long from its release. Again, maybe it's the final thing that they're having.
This new Hitman game looks extreme.
But at the very
Hitman and IO. Well, where's that 007 game they announced?
At the very least, it's not the Kane and Lynch.
It's not Kane and Lynch.
Be thankful of that.
Oh, Kane and Lynch.
The game that managed to create a giant bomb because game reviewers and journalists are bullshit.
And I think. Do I know even okay the Lynch, or is that just basically passed into the world of who gives a shit?
I don't know.
Mind's Eye 3.
Ooh, give us a sequel to Mind Jack.
Hello, I'm Leslie Benzies, director of Mind's Eye.
Leslie Benzies.
He was the GTA guy for a while.
Where AI and human greed collide to bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro. We're now proud to share some gameplay footage with the explosive combat and high-octane driving that you can expect on PlayStation 5 later this year.
Cool.
Okay, I guess IO have to keep. Again, I know they are developing this one; they're just publishing it. But I guess IO need to keep some people busy in there while they're still making. Because remember, they're making like 3 big projects at the moment. They're supporting Hitman: Lord of Assassination. They're making Project 007, but they're also making this thing called Project Fantasy as well.
This show there seems, fair enough. Nothing, particularly wrong with it. But at least for my interest, it's living and dying by what kind of story it's gonna have. So far, the cutscenes don't seem to have anything particularly wrong, but nothing that will incentivize for me to purchase this. Maybe I'll check it out after it's gone. It's released.
Okay.
All right.
PlayStation. Is it Wolverine? Is it Wolverine? Can it be Wolverine, please?
Let's see.
I hear the river, so it's probably Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah, it's probably Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah.
It's Death Stranding. I mean, there's a beach, so. Oh, hold on, it might. Hold on.
Beaches only exist in Death
Pedro,
Stranding.
it's the guy from the Order 1886.
He looks like
it's not. Look, Order fans, it's never coming back. Just give up, move on.
Either that or Joel. What happened to Joel in Last of Us Part 2? He ended up here somehow.
Oh, hold on. I think these guys have an Helldiver suit.
Yeah,
never mind, it's Helldivers. Yeah, I guess.
Oh no, but the Berserk Eclipse is happening.
Oh snap!
Madness reigns.
Wow.
Oh my!
Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how.
Oh wait, with this kind of mentality, is he connected maybe to Returnal instead?
I know that you are.
Oh shit!
Yeah, now that I'm.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, even the effect in the eye. Oh no, it's a new IP. Saros.
Okay, who's making it?
But who is making it? Also, terrible stylized title. It's still out.
Thank God. Thank God they're still working on something.
Yeah, it has been comebacks. I guess it's having the same mechanics, but it's just its own thing.
Are we sure? It says comeback stronger. kind of implies a sequel. Kind of weird also for them to show a trailer.
Maybe they're
with no...
about to say.
We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro.
Next year? Meaning not this year.
Of the Housemarque gameplay.
Yes, can we please see the gameplay?
It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's.
It's building up on Returnal's gameplay.
But it's basically still making its own thing.
Yeah, well, let me describe the gameplay to you, Jova. It's a roguelite game, but with AAA presentation and story.
It's also weird because it's combining the bullet head formula with a third-person shooter, which you think it will not work, but...
Housemarque has never made a bad game, so that's just like...
You mentioned it being roguelite.
Oh my god, I guess that's your big finisher?
I love Housemarque, so I'm good at that.
Oh, I kind of get it, but like
they didn't even end with a gameplay trailer. And like, I get it. If you know Returnal's gameplay, that's nice. But
not just that. Aside from that, like again, like we said, Ghost Coyote is releasing in a couple of months, like not that far from now. I thought that would have been.
I'm guessing they're planning on giving it its own dedicated state of play, probably.
Hopefully, I guess. Alright, so final thoughts for this one in the meantime. Dweebs?
It was okay. In terms of like announcements games I'm looking forward to, there is the new WWE game, mainly just because of all the chaos I can cause. To an extent, Metal Gear Solid Delta. I mean, I'm not a big stealth guy, but I know I'm not a big stealth guy. Yeah, I play Hitman a lot, but I'm looking forward to see what changes they'll make to some of to the cutscenes with the new graphics. Shinobi was a bit of a surprise, considering when was the last time we had a game?
Like I said, on the 3DS.
Yeah, back in 2011. No, you probably forgot because it launched when the 3DS first came out.
It's one of those early 3DS games that were not, first party by Nintendo, so basically, became forgotten very quickly.
Yeah, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds looks alright. Although, do we know who's making it?
I'm guessing it might be still Sumo.
No, apparently it's not. It says Sonic Team, which is interesting.
Yeah, apparently this might be being made in-house by Sonic Team themselves.
I know that Sonic Team has relatively expertise with different genres, but I don't remember them making a particular racing game.
They made the Riders games.
Okay, yeah. Which also explains why, one of your vehicle choice is the board, I guess.
That's about it. I mean, the rest of them look fine, but... a lot of them are based on games I don't really have much interest in anyway. Well, I am curious to see what were those classic catalog ones announced.
The first free Armored Core game, which is very welcomed because, again, with the success of Armored Core 6, people, wanted to know where the series started and everything. And for those who don't know that much of a history with From Software, Armored Core was the franchise that was bringing in the money back then. Kingsfield was not the moneymaker for them. So they do have a reputation. My big questioning is actually who's allowing this. If From Software themselves, Bandai Namco, because I guess they own part of the IP now, or someone else. Because From Software, when it comes to Western publishing rights, they never do anything for themselves and, just sell themselves to someone else. And back in the day for Armored Core, it was a company called Agitech. But since they went defunct, a lot of the titles that they published never got released as a result. And, it has been kind of a crying shame. So seeing finally some of the old From Software catalog being brought back is actually a good sign, at least to me.
That's really about it for me. It's okay. There were a couple of good standout announcements, but the rest of them were just not really in my thing entirely. But we'll see how they go.
All right, Shiri.
All right, yeah. Quite a lot of variety this time around. Pacing was good, I guess. It was nice to see more of the racing game. Looking forward to that a lot more now. As long as it has content this time, and they keep giving it content, that would be nice.
Yes.
Hopefully.
And as somebody who actually liked the 2 Riders games that exist, only 2, it's nice to see Riders rep.
What, Shira? You and Alice don't play Sonic Free Riders together like a true loving duo would?
No, I like my girlfriend, okay?
Separated and live in different parts of the world?
I'm still convinced you can play that thing without breaking your spine.
There is basically
I did.
someone did a mod Dej for actually playing it without the Kinect.
Yeah, that was a controller.
Yeah, I have seen that. Yes.
And guess what? I tried playing that with the controller. Guess what? It's boring as shit because the gameplay is shallow as fuck. Because again, it has to account for the Kinect, so they made the gameplay shallow as fuck. Like it's literally Sonic Riders for kindergartners.
I still don't know whose idea it was to make the 2-player have to be done by holding hands and sashaying back and forth like you're drunkenly dancing.
In the whole get hands thing in the controller mod, you just push both analog sticks towards each other, basically.
The stop motion one looks great. Sorry, I don't have all of the names for the games at hand.
Obviously.
So, also the one with the
Midnight Walk.
Yes.
I believe.
And the one where you're going through a mansion, I guess. That was Blueprints. Yeah, that looked interesting.
Blueprints.
New Digimon game, nice. I only ever actually played one of those. Hated it.
What was that?
Which one?
It was one of the PS1 games.
Oh, the Digimon World games.
Yes, it would be one of those.
They're notorious for being buggy as hell, so yeah.
It's a glorified Tamagotchi anyways.
Do you remember Tides of Annihilation? That it's not a Souls, like it's that action game starring the pretty lady with the glowing hands.
The pretty lady who takes down London was that one.
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you, Queen.
Then it was just a Ferris game. The co-op.
Oh, yes. Again, like they've had more interesting looking games, but it's probably going to be a lot of fun. So, like I said earlier, I will trust the process. I'm sure it will be good. And I think that'll be it. We already knew about the Metal Gear stuff. Like not even just for the leaks, just in general. I think that's it. This was good.
All right, Marco.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fast probably, because I'm gonna say that probably the only ones that caught my eye was probably Shinobi, Sonic, Digimon, as apparently the only one that actually likes Digimon games here. The last Digimon games were like the
Cypress
Survive,
Lot
right?
games.
No, the new, but that's a re-release, right?
Oh, right, the Survive. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and you know, tactical games are not really my thing, so I'm happy that they're going back to story style. Besides that, yeah, the Shinobi looks good. Sonic, I'm intrigued. I want to know if they're actually going to invest a little bit in the story mode again, since the Rider series actually has story in it.
Yes.
Well, they'll most likely get Ian Flynn to write something, since he's been writing everything.
Since it seems to be a Sonic team game, yeah, they probably will just get Ian Flynn to do it.
Also, I for the little bit I tried of Team Sonic Racing, it seemed to have a story mode, but it felt very shallow from the little.
Yeah, because it had no budget.
Yep.
Okay, go on.
Besides that, yes, I'm probably gonna play Lost Soul. I've been following that game since the original release, so I'm curious. Besides that, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of indie titles like that. None of them spoke to me. I guess one day I might try Onimusha again. And I guess that's it for me because I really don't enjoy Souls-like games, so that apparently seems to be the popular genre right now. So yeah, it's probably it. All in all, I'm gonna say it has a lot of diversity, as in the showcase. So I'll say, yeah, it's a good showcase for sure.
Dej.
So that was fun. Shinobi looks great. I'm really looking forward to that, and that's soon. Thank God. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I'm excited because it's good to have a Sonic spin-off with a budget for the first time in. Anyway, I need someone to play all the Joseph Farah games with me so I can actually play them.
I'll see if I have time.
Dej, I have the games. You have a PS5. I can literally give. You can get the Friends Pass version, and I can play them with you. You just need to create a EA account because EA unfortunately forces the developers.
You just need to sell your soul to EA, Dej.
Sell your soul to the devil, and you can play.
Sell your soul to Andrew Wilson.
Okay, on a more serious note, it's not that big a deal. You can just quickly write whatever and just make a account that you'll never use for anything else, and it's a small price to pay for playing great games.
Do they allow
they're worth it. They're worth making the account. I'll tell you that much.
Do they allow crossplay?
I'm gonna be honest. I looked away when they showed off Days Gone. So when I was seeing people talking about Days Gone, I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Is this a joke? Am I being gaslit?"
I assure you, Dez, this is not a ghost come back to haunt you. It lives.
Okay, but I thought the game technically already got a PS5 boost, so why is it getting a remastered?
They did mention one of the trailers similar to The Last of Us. It's with the accessibility features for
not
one.
Just that, not just that, but remember, Dej, Sony right now, because of their constellation of games that were supposed to come out, now they need to put something in the market just so they release something. So
well, they did mention that apparently the PC, they're not making a new PC version, but the one existing one is getting an actual update, so that's actually nice.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Okay, can we start remastering PS3 games like Infamous?
There's based on what some roomings we know is that the PS5 might be getting some PS3 classics back into the classics we've been getting, so they might be saving that for classics to put in Plus Premium, basically.
All right, sure. Oh yeah, the new Dejimon game. It's good to see a game in the franchise that has a budget. I'm not paying $70 for it. You're insane. It's cool that I can finally play the Armored Core games because I know Tio is gonna make me play them one way or another.
They're good for you.
Yeah.
Cool robots, Dej.
Yeah. I look, as long as I can make Megas XLR, I'm fine. Dark Paradox looks interesting. I want to see more gameplay of it. Onimusha, it's not a Souls-like, so that's a plus. And I can finally play Onimusha 2. Honestly, it's interesting that there's a lot of games coming out now.
Yeah, outside of the last title, Dej, all the other trailers are showcased for stuff that is coming out relatively soon this year.
And we know everyone's trying to make sure that they don't diverge with GTA 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to look forward to.
All right, Pedro.
Yeah, it was good. I personally think the split fiction looks really interesting because of the premise. They're gonna vert a lot of different fantasy scenarios just via the VR, the virtual reality thing. So I don't see a problem with. There's going to be plenty of variety in fantasy stuff as well, thanks to the very nature of the premise. And again, like Joseph Ayers and his team have completely mastered co-op gaming to have something like It Takes Two, and I will say that it's the best has the best co-op gameplay of any game ever made, as far as I'm concerned. And so I'm sure Split Fiction is going to be another brilliant game. So I'm not worried. Like day one, right there. Lost Soul Aside looks pretty cool. Aside from that, it's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not personally into, but I'm sure it looks fine for people who are. So that's cool, I guess. Lies of P DLC, awesome. Looking forward to that. But what about Dorothy? Where's Dorothy? God damn it! Oh well. Theo knows what I'm talking about. But what? Okay. Yeah, the new game by Housemark looks interesting, and again, Housemark always does good work. So I'll, like Shiroi said, I will trust the process. So no big there. But yeah, like Theo said, it's a shame you couldn't at the very least show us something from Ghost of Yotei.
Let me check again exactly when it's supposed to be released.
Well, they only said 2025. They didn't give a release window. They just said it comes out this year. But
yeah, you are correct. So it might be later down.
So for all we know, it might be a Christmas release. For all we know, so I get, like I said, they're probably gonna have a state of play uniquely dedicated to it. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima got its own state of play dedicated to it before release. So I don't see why Yotei can't, right?
Or maybe be showcased in one of the summer events.
That too, yeah. It's a shame we haven't heard about some of the stuff that we know is also coming, like the God of War collection. But I guess we'll see how things go.
Yeah, it'll be nice to finally get to play those games.
Oh yeah, the new Shinobi. The new Shinobi looks awesome. And again, if it's made by the people who made Streets of Rage 4, okay, that's all you need to say. Aside from that, yeah, it was good overall. I mean, not much in terms of big surprises for me, but whatever, it's fine. I enjoyed it.
All right, I'll go next. This was okay. Not the most exciting state of play that in recent times, but fairly solid for what it wanted to showcase. Surprisingly, not a single Square Enix title. Again, that's kind of a record to not even having a passive mention. Funny enough, someone was mentioning the rumors that Parasite Eve might have been involved, but no, it did not have involved, probably because still the license is kind of a pain for them to renew. No, again, for the stuff that we actually got to see, a lot of solid stuff that caught my eye. Shinobi, for example. Lost Soul Aside looks like a game made with passion instead of just being another product just to, make, either cheap propaganda or just to, feeding China's coffers. So I'm willing to give it, a bit more of a chance compared to stuff like, the general Hoyoverse product. The Sonic racing game, it still doesn't have to me the appeal that led me to the SSMB when it came to the development of that Transformed had, aka the crossover aspect, because it's yet another completely Sonic-centric game. I hope it will be fine for the rest of you guys, but unfortunately, it's still not really doing much for me. Again, that new IP that I mentioned, also for Shiroi, Tides of Annihilation, that one actually interests me enough. Sure, again, the whole joking of, London is falling down aside. I don't know, there seems to be kind of a charm similar to the first Bayonetta, but with a more serious tone. It's just that, it's more actionized, clearly, and less, methodical, like a Souls-like game. So, it still seems to be interesting enough. And the character designs overall, not just of protagonists, but everyone else, seems to be interesting enough. I couldn't catch actually who's making it, but, I'll give it a look after the articles get released. Okay, we didn't talk about it. Monster Hunter Wild at the beginning, it looked just as harmless as the other, state of plays that we've seen. I personally still don't care a lot about Monster Hunter, but good for them. And it's apparently the thing that's giving Capcom enough money to continue pumping money into other projects. So I'll take that. Also, since no one else did mention it, Borderlands 4, I continue to not care, and I continue especially to not care about Randall Peach for the Grease Lord. Moving on.
I just love the fact that they can show that much pride after that travesty of a movie.
Well, that's honestly, Jova, compared to everything else that Randy did, the movie's kind of an afterthought, in terms of how bad things can get.
It's funny because that movie got absolutely slaughtered at reception and box
Jova,
office,
and yet
but I do get what you mean.
It's not even remotely the worst thing Gearbox has ever done, even as a bad product.
Oh, exactly. That's my point. Like, when it ventured into the film industry, people react like that's the worst. It's like, oh, you who are so fortunate to not know the rabbit hole.
You also have to partially blame 2K Games because their current CEO was one of the executive producers of a movie. So the publisher was actually pocketing a lot for that. And remember, they also have a Bioshock movie in plan. So, it's 2K not learning their lesson. Anyway, Midnight Walk does look, interesting on art style, but I have to see how much, variety in the game is, or if it's just, a relatively simple puzzle walking simulator with some horror elements. So I'll wait until it gets released to see, how it performs. That shooter that is published by IO, like I said, seems to be, decently made, but doesn't really tell me anything otherwise, unless it has a gripping enough story mode. And even then, it will not something that otherwise I would pick up for unless it's, like $20 or less, way after release or for sale. The new Dejimon game, like I said, good for Dejimon fans to actually getting something that seems to be solid, and not with half of a budget from Banco. Here's hoping that it holds up, The new Metal Gear Solid Triangle, or more properly Delta. Like I said, we already seen it. It did look, for lack of a better term, solid for what it wants to be. I'll see when it comes out, what the differences are, if any. Speaking of Konami, that new IP that they're making with the Octopus, again, it's interesting enough that without having to making too much of a fuss, Konami is slowly rebuilding a bit of reputation between re-releases, and trying to make a couple of new games once in a while. It's still really not a lot compared to other publishers, especially from Japan. But at the very least, it's a better improved situation than it was like 10 years ago.
Talk about one hell of a rehabilitation project.
I still wouldn't call that because I really don't like the narrative about, companies having down period and then quote unquote redemption arcs. It's never really that simple. My point is that I'm just glad that, that I can have games to play from a company that before it wasn't doing them. That's all. And I guess I'll conclude with the new IP, Romao's Mark, Saros, or whatever it's going to be pronounced. Again, Return was, a solid title on its own, and this one seems to be being a spiritual successor, basically, since it's not a direct sequel. So we'll have to see how it turns out, but, I have faith. Like Pedro said, I haven't seen yet a Housemarque game that was outright bad, and I had fun with the ones that I played. So, we'll have to see how it turns out. Again, shame about the absence, but as mentioned, Sony is going through a bit of a rough period themselves right now. I was hoping that at least a trailer for either Ghost of Yotei, Wolverine, or both, but I guess, they want to save them for a more, strong hype season, maybe the summer one. Usually that would be the time for that. We'll have to see. Also, since I mentioned that Reggie is, placed the Armored Core titles for Classic, cool stuff. Please, keep them coming for all the parties involved. Jova.
Wow. it can be done. A good state of play. I joke, we've had good state of plays before, but like, no, this one actually felt like an actual good show with good variety. You know, there feels like there's something for everyone. No bit hampering on for too long here or there. It wasn't perfect, but this feels like one of their best state of plays so far. I guess I'll get some of the negatives out of the way first. Yeah, the ending felt lackluster. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to sell me on just a story trailer, even if you tell me, oh, it's taken from the gameplay of this series. Like, nah, I need to see that stuff actually in execution, especially as somebody who hasn't even played Returnal, so yeah. Also, yeah, the lack of stuff like Ghost of Yotai, Wolverine, and the like was weird. Very weird. Other than that, I think it was overall a good show. So, some new update regarding the Metal Gear Solid Delta remake. Apparently, it sounds like we might be getting new extra games based off of versions since Trustworthy Leaker Wario 64 has announced that apparently the Xbox version teases a Snake vs. Bomberman mode, essentially. However, the Snake vs. Monkey codename is in for the PS5 and Steam versions. Would not surprise me if Steam ends up getting them all, essentially. And hey, if this is coming to the yet to be properly shown Switch 2, maybe a Snake vs. Samus mode, who knows. But yeah, no, to segue, Metal Gear Solid Delta, even though I had already seen that trailer days in advance, still looks cool. And hey, hearing that they might even be re-recording some lines, that's nice. Add to the remake feel and all that. And of course, it is great to see David back as Snake after all these years. I mean, aside from Smash, but you get the point. Good stuff. And yes, Konami making a new IP for the first time in ages. This time showing how even a little octopus can save the world. Consider me intrigued. Of course, the biggest highlight for me was Sonic Racing Crossworlds, but arguably not just because it's Sonic. Like, okay, people were expecting Crossworlds because, shock of all shocks, that was one of many things that got leaked. But what we were unsure of was how big this game could be. Like, it's a Sonic spin-off. Not to say they've been bad, but they haven't been big since, yeah, I'm gonna say Sonic and the Black Knight, essentially. This looks like it could take things to the next level, especially since, as far as we know, it's being done by the big team themselves, the Sonic team. And with implications that the Sega universes might be coming back, the fact that they gave us not one, but 2 Secret Lings levels, and that was just what was shown, leads me to believe that this will be a love letter to the entire franchise if they're willing to go, like, you know, that deep. Like, it has been almost 2 decades since Secret Rings was released. Think about that.
Don't say that, please.
You don't even want me to mention how old Sonic Adventure 2 is at this point. But regardless,
oh, I already know. Yeah.
But regardless, though, like, these are some amazing deep cuts, and that roster, thank goodness, that roster looks so much better. And yes, I am glad that they're keeping around the Bean, Sage, Eggman's lovely daughter here. And hey, Cream's back after, I guess, finally getting her driver's license despite her age. Same for Charmy. Jet is in here. Now,
I don't think, aside from Tails and maybe Shadow, anyone has a driver's license.
Vector, yeah, he's like.
Oh yeah, Vector and Eggman. Okay, so most of the cast still doesn't have a driver's license.
Remember, Sure,
I just
remember, Sure, Sonic has to have a license since technically the Tornado is his plane.
Remember, canonically, Shadow got his motorcycle driving license in Sonic 06 because it's part of one of his side missions for whatever reason.
And hey, Sonic 06 is technically still part of the canon as per Shadow Generations. It's just something of what could have been, as Mephiles makes it very clear as he fights for his very existence while Shadow does not give a damn.
Okay, wait. Sonic Team, I even though you're not listening, at Twinkle Park, please.
I mean, who knows?
There is in SA1. There's literally a racing section in Twinkle Park. It's right there.
It's
Catasonic Arc Stage 2.
You know, normally I'd say good luck, but again, they included storybook levels. The chances very much there if they're willing to go that deep. So also,
yeah, you said they only reference good games. Black Knight is here.
Also, add the highway
Black
stage
Knight
from
is good.
SA2.
Also,
and yes, Deji.
Add the highway stage from SA2, please.
Also, apparently one of the mechanics will be that apparently whoever's in the lead can choose which level to go to, which implies that we'll be getting like lap tracks essentially for each of these. It looks so awesome, essentially. And yes, everyone is here so far. Now, time to make good on that mention of Styx from Sonic Frontiers and add her in as well.
Okay, so fun fact about that wasn't in the Japanese version.
I know, don't care. Like, I mean, fact that
so it's just one of those. Huh, interesting.
Look, I mean, until Sega actually say that it's not true, she's technically in. Besides, she showed up for the Olympics as well, anyway.
And then she got shot in the next game by Toadette.
The game people barely remember. But regardless, though, she was actually made by Sega and Sonic Team, so she has a shot. Regardless, though.
Yeah.
Sonic Racing Cross...
They're clearly adding Marine, obviously.
I mean, you can have both.
Yeah, you can have both. God, I remember when people thought Styx was going to be Marine. That was...
I mean, to be fair, look at their designs.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
seeing that they made a buff Knuckles, you can't really blame people.
Oh no, trust me. I think I may have been one of those people who thought she was Marine. But yeah, no, Sonic Racing Crossroads looks like it will be one of the most ambitious Sonic spin-offs we've seen in a while. And if it's following the trend of how Sonic games have, upped their game ever since the movie, yes, I am all here for it. Let's see. The start was, not bad. I mean, I'm not really as much a big Monster Hunter fan, but hey, more emphasis on story. That's nice and all. Liza P getting some more content. Very nice. I like Liza P, so keep it coming. Stellar Blade, again, more for that. Yes, please. Midnight Walk looks like, again, just another step in us just officially deeming Tim Burton as a whole nother art style, essentially, because, I mean, it definitely feels Burton-esque. Now, it's not full-on Tim Burton, or Henry Selick, if we're going off of the logic with Coraline, but you get the point. It definitely feels like it's going for that vibe. The new Josef Fares game looks interesting. I will kind of agree that it does seem like it might not be the most incredible thing, but to be fair, Josef Fares games definitely tend to showcase their brilliance more in the gameplay. I do hope, though, that it has an overall better plot than It Takes Two. I didn't hate that plot all the way through, but it had a lot of blemishes, which definitely made me raise an eyebrow when it won Best Story at its Game of the Year session. But regardless, though, I do have faith that it will be another good and fun game to play, and it does look like it has a lot of unique ideas and level variety, so kudos if that's part of the course. Now, for as much as I did not care for it being a story-only trailer, again, a follow-up of Returnal, which from what I recall, well, from what I've heard was a good game, is definitely a wise move to make. Again, I just...
Here's something you'll like to hear. The creator of Hades mentioned it as his Game of the Year of 2021.
Oh, wait, Returnal? Really?
Yes.
Huh. Nice. Yeah, no, I've never really played a roguelite before. I'm trying to figure out what should be my first two. But
basically, you die again and again and again, and you need to get better.
Yeah, the thing I'm most aware with roguelike games is basically no one playthrough is the same because they have a lot of variants that changes up little details every playthrough.
In the case of something like the indie roguelites, they usually have that, like, they still justify it in the story, but it's more about the gameplay per se. Returnal has a story that flat out explains there's an actual in-universe and lore explaining why she's constantly dying and reviving over and over.
Also,
because there's a mystery you're trying to solve about the protagonist's past.
Also, hold on. Hades is a roguelike game, right?
Yes.
Oh, then never mind. I have played a roguelike game. I just didn't know it at the time. But
play Cult of the Lamb.
You know, I've been meaning to get around to that someday. But yeah, no, overall, to summarize, this was definitely one of my favorite state of plays we've had in a while. Good stuff, good pacing, didn't leave me bored, all well executed. Okay then, I think that just about wraps things up here. So, we'll see you for the next state of play whenever. See you then.